Good morning, beautiful people. Marie Alessi here with another meaningful mindset. And today I would love to unpack the concept of intentional with you. I recently watched a presentation about something, and that one word popped out for me where I said, intentional is such a powerful word, and it really struck me that this is the perfect topic to talk about with you right here, right now, because what happens when we add intention to our lives? So many things happen that make our lives really, really magical because once and for all, it will shift the perspectives. It will involve that we are more present and that we are aware of our choices. So I thought I'll start with a very, very simple example that most of you will be able to relate to. And it brought me back to a moment where I realized that an ex-partner of mine had left behind two t-shirts. And it was actually quite some time after our breakup that I realized there were two t-shirts left and I was wondering what to do with it. I thought, do I set it on fire? Do I chuck it in a bin? Do I send them back? Or, it was really this idea of, okay, so let's sit with that. What's the emotion behind it? And I decided to send them back. And I want to share with you why I decided that. Because I thought anything else I would have or could have decided would have not been a nice intention behind it. And in that very moment, I made a decision that still sticks around these days. And my very simple yet so powerful decision was, if the intention behind what I do isn't love, then I don't want to do it. If the intention behind what I do isn't love, I'm not going to do it. That was such a powerful, powerful decision for me, and a very peaceful and beautiful decision, and another one of those beautiful hidden gifts in adversity. I always talk about what are the hidden gifts in your adversity. And that actually brings me further into the topic of grief. And the reason why I want to share this here is because I hear one statement very often in various grief groups or wherever you go when you talk to people about grieving or the loss of a loved one, where people compare their sadness, their depth of grieving, to their depth of love. And I don't agree with that. Bear with me because I want to explain it to you. This is a really, really important point for me. A lot of people compare the depth of your sadness, the depth of grieving, to the depth of the love that you had for that person. And there are literally hundreds and thousands of memes around the world that share this very concept. The deeper the love, the more you grieve. The deeper the love, the more sadness. The deeper the grief, the deeper the sadness. The more tragic the sadness in your life. And I don't agree with that. So this brings me back to the intention. What is the intention behind that all? If the intention is to showcase the love that you had for that person, and I don't mean that in a show-off kind of way, but to portray what the love was or is that you feel for that person, then why do you choose sadness or grief or bitterness or staying stuck in the suffering as a form of portraying your love for that person? Why not choose happiness? I really want to challenge you on that. When Rob passed, this was my decision that I made. I knew that I wanted to do everything in my power to create the happiest life possible for me and our boys. Because happiness and love was what we were all about as a family of four. So why on earth would I change that as a family of three? The obvious answer for you would probably be because there was one person missing, one very, very important person. Yet for this very, very important person, I wanted to carry on the happiness, what he was all about, the love, what he was all about, what we were all about. Now I want you to imagine what would happen in your life if your intention behind this decision is love, if your intention behind this decision is to show the world what this person was about, what you as a couple or you as a family with this person were about. In our case, that was love and happiness. Connection, deepest connection and happiness. If your intention is to carry that on and make his whole life about that, how would your life change? If all your efforts would go into the more you want to show the world how much you love this person, the more happiness you need to create in your life, how would your actions change? How would your perspective of life change? And how would the choices that you make change? I want to really challenge you on that today. I want you to sit with that and really allow yourself to feel what would change if your intention was to portray to the world what this person was about. And I truly hope that the person that you might have lost was not about sadness and grieving and falling apart and staying stuck in your suffering where you don't belong. So I want to challenge you on a different perspective. What is your intention behind what you do each day? And if you don't have one yet, then add one. What intention can you add to your daily choices, to your daily actions, to your purpose in life? I work with many people that want to recreate their life. They want to recreate their purpose. They want to find their purpose. What if your purpose was to add intention to your life? Add the intention that from now on you create who you want to be. From now on you create what you want to see in this world. And if you want to see less pain, less suffering, then start with you. Add the intention of happiness. Add the intention of being present. Add the intention of being who you want to be and who you want to see in this world. When we add intention to our doing, to our being, to our choices, magic happens. It is incredible what happens in your life when you add intention, when you act intentional. And question yourself. Just start with today. Every day there is a fresh start, and it's your choice what you do with it. Start with today. What is your intention for today, for this week, for this month? What is your intention? My intention is to live a happy life. My intention is to heal the world. Very small goal. I always talk about that. My intention is to heal the world. I want to showcase that there is a different way of handling a loss in your life. When you add the intention of love, the intention of healing, the intention of living a happy and purposeful life, the intention of helping other people go through what you've been through, that is a big one. That is one thing that everybody can do. You can act as if, that really, for me, quite sad decision. When people decide the more sadness they live, the more they showcase how much they love this person. Sadness should never be an equivalent to love. The intention of showcasing what this person was about actually lets them live on in your life. It creates a beautiful memory of those and doesn't create a picture where one person is gone and he left behind a lot of sadness, or she left behind a lot of sadness. Rob was never about sadness. Rob was always about happiness and how to make his family the happiest possible. There was always so much love and affection and connection in our family. And that's what I want to carry out into the world. I want to show everyone that this is what our family is about. And it shouldn't make a difference whether there are 3 or 4 people in our family, that the intention is still love and always will be. Love, happiness, connection. What is your intention in your life? What would you like to carry on into this world? What choices are you making right now, listening to this, watching this? What is the choice that you make? What intention can you add to your life, to your doing? When you interact with other people, what's your intention? My intention is always to let them have a better day. I often walk around spreading compliments like confetti just because I love it. The intention is love. The intention is connection. There is so much disconnection in this world through too much screen time, through, I don't know, probably COVID at the moment as well, but also through shyness. The more people spend time behind screens, the less they're capable of true interaction, of true connection in the real world when you speak to people, when you meet them face to face. Sometimes I wonder how life-changing one tiny little word, one tiny little action can be for people when they walk past you and say one thing, or just give you a smile. What's your intention behind your day when you walk out there? Add intention to your acting, to your being, to your words, to your decision making, to your way of life, way of carrying forward who that person that you might have lost in your life was and still is in your life. What does he or she stand for? What do you stand for in this world? Intention is such a powerful word. World. It makes our world quite powerful if everybody was to walk around with a more positive and more beautiful intention. So I'm asking you, what will it be for you? What will you add? What will you make your life about from now on going forward? We can add this choice every single day. Being present, making decisions with the intention of love behind it. That is something that we can all do, and we can start together right now. I'm sending you so much love, straight from my heart to yours. This is Marie signing off. Bye for now.